Good afternoon, I'm Aisha from Group 6. We'll be presenting Building Plan Submission and the Certificate of Completion and Compliance (CCC) under the Uniform Building Bylaws 1984, together with a focus on the application to heritage sites using Malacca as our case study. Let's start with the fundamentals, Bylaws 3 to 11. These ensure only qualified professionals, the PSP, can submit plans acting as a legal declaration of intent. They also safeguard technical competence and require certified supervision on site to maintain compliance, safety, and quality. These cover legal accountability and record keeping. All drawings are legal contracts signed by the PSP and owner. While the local authority can order remedial work, plans must follow format requirements, with approved copies kept and rejected ones returned with reasons. These ensure clarity and flexibility. Plans must meet scale and metric standards, including full sets of site and building drawings, and the authority may waive certain details for minor works. These bylaws form the foundation for a legally compliant design process. I'll now hand the floor over to Zumin.
Bylaw 12 allows submission of sketch plans and a brief report for approval with required fees, but full detailed plans must be approved before construction begins. Bylaw 13 permits the local authority to allow early construction if it doesn't violate the Act or bylaws. Bylaw 14 requires alterations to show removal in dotted lines and new works in red or black, including all existing drains, stairs, windows, and ventilation openings. Bylaw 15 to 17 cover requests for material specifications, submission of structural plans, load calculations, compliance certificates, and rejection of non-compliant plans. Bylaw 18 allows simplified plans for minor projects, while 19 to 20 regulate temporary permits for sheds, scaffolding, events, and advertisement hoardings. Bylaw 21 requires a Form B notice before starting or resuming work, and 22 prohibits placing materials on streets without permission, with permit fees following the first schedule. Bylaw 25 concerns issuing the CCC once all safety and technical conditions are met. Now I'll pass the time to JC.
Certificate of Completion and Compliance CCC Guide. The CCC confirms a building is completed according to approved plans and meet all health, safety, and utility standards. Under Bylaw 27, a partial CCC can be issued from completed section and remain valid until the final CCC. Under Bylaw 28 and 29, the principal submitting person must submit the CCC, comply with authority notice, and pay all fees listed in the first schedule. Here's an example from MPHA guidelines on how to flout A1 floor plans into A4 size for neat handling. The CCC process involves design development, pre-consultation, submission, approval, construction, and final insurance. Upon completion, a CCC meeting is held, and the CCC is issued via Form F. Each QR code links to an official CCC form. Borang A is certification, B to D is notice, E is application, and F is final CCC. You must scan the QR code to view and understand each form in detail. And I will pass to Kaylin.
Now let's focus on the obligations and principles that safeguard the Malacca UNESCO World Heritage Site. Here are the 5 key principles in heritage site preservation. First, conservation to preserve the original design and materials using expert methods. Next, authenticity to maintain historic truth by using original elements and consulting historians. Third, management to enforce strong legal frameworks, monitored with modern tools like GIS and a dedicated management unit. Fourth, sustainable use to keep sites functional and alive, ensuring they remain culturally relevant for the community. Lastly, stakeholder involvement to actively engage locals, experts, and authorities in the decision-making process. Next, I will pass to Karina.
This slide shows the Malacca core and buffer zones protected under the UNESCO World Heritage listing. The core zone is the heart of Malacca's heritage. No major changes are allowed, and new buildings must be low-rise and match traditional styles. The buffer zone surrounds it to protect its character, allowing only limited development with no high-rises or large billboards. All works must follow UNESCO conservation principles and the Malacca Heritage Enactment 1988. This slide explains the dilapidation report, prepared before the construction to record the condition of nearby buildings. It helps prevent damage disputes between contractors and owners, prepared by a qualified professional. It includes photos and defect details. Authorities like MBMB or PERSIM require it near heritage site to ensure safety and proper conservation record. That's all from us. Thank you for your time. Hope you understand about BP.